Alright, welcome to S.T.A.L.K.E.R. Anomaly. This is a total conversion mod that combines all three maps and characters and bosses and everything, the factions, all of that from the original three S.T.A.L.K.E.R. games. S.T.A.L.K.E.R. Shadow of Chernobyl, S.T.A.L.K.E.R. Clear Sky, and S.T.A.L.K.E.R. Call of Pripyat. And it allows you to play any of the factions. There's faction reputations. The faction you choose has good and bad reputations with other factions. You'll see all that in a moment, but it's all set in the in the Ukrainian area around the Soviet nuclear power plant of Chernobyl. If you don't know anything about the S.T.A.L.K.E.R. games, basically something happens at the power plants. I believe after the meltdown, something else happens, and there's this secondary disaster zone is set up, and all over in this disaster zone you get these anomalies and mutants and stuff, and the area has been completely affected. Stalkers are individuals who are trying to make a living out of the zone by collecting artifacts and exploring the area. There are a number of other factions as well, but the main faction of the game is the Free Stalkers. The Ukrainian army is trying to keep anyone who isn't sanctioned, like scientists, out of the area. So you come up against the military, and it's also wherever there's money, there's of course bandits, and you've got two factions of stalkers that have grouped up. One being duty, the other one calling themselves freedom, and they're at odds over how the zone should be managed and exploited. Clear Sky is another faction of stalkers that see a different way of they want to investigate and analyze the exclusion zone, but more scientifically focused. And you've got the ecologists, which are the scientists that want to investigate the zone as well. And then lastly, you have the mercenaries. The mercenaries going into the zone mainly to escort VIPs, escort scientists. They're just guns for hire, and that's their main thing. So the mercenaries maintain camps inside the zone in order to escort people into certain areas of the zone because of the wildlife, the mutants and stuff like that. And then the military is trying to keep everybody out of the zone, like as I said, and that's that. But one of the most amazing things about this game is the environment, the music, the ambient sounds, the life of the game. As I'm playing the game, you will hear gunfire, you'll hear explosions, you'll hear creatures attacking other things. And all these things go on around you while you're playing, because you know they exist, and these things happen. Factions will attack each other over territory. If you're nearby, you will hear the gunfire, you'll hear the shouting, you'll hear the explosions when they use bombs or grenades or stuff like that. And the communication system, which is used through PDAs, when somebody from one of the NPC factions hears something happening, they'll remark about it on comms, and you know, you might be doing something, you might be attacking something, and an NPC can see you doing that. They'll remark about it on the comms. It's very interesting. It's alive. It's very alive. But yeah, I asked on Discord what faction I should do, because we can play all the factions, and the highest vote count was for the mercenaries. So I'm going to start a new game as mercenary. So I'm going to change my faction. Here you can see the faction data, the portraits, the loadouts, what you start with, history, and the other relations. So let's switch to the mercenaries. That's the outlaws. Which one's the mercenaries again? There we go, there's the mercenaries. So the mercenaries are experienced fighters from all over the world who offer their services as hired soldiers. It's unknown who their true clients are or why they have interests in the zone. So there's some form of backer to the mercenaries who want something out of the zone. More than likely than anything else, they just want artifacts. And I'll explain artifacts to you. Let's see, what is a good portrait? Let's go with this one. I like this one. So, the mercenaries have neutral or better ties with Clear Sky, the ecologists, the bandits, and freedom. They have bad relations with duty, the monolith, the loners, which are the free stalkers, and the military. We're going to go with story mode. This mod is extensive, and I mean, you don't need the original games to play this. This is a complete standalone mod. So story mode allows players to experience a unique set of story-driven and dynamic quest lines. So many levels are not accessible by default. Hidden routes can be discovered, but by different ways through your playthrough. Enabling this option will unlock all levels upon starting a new game. Alright, this is good for the mercenaries because the mercenaries don't have an original storyline, actually. So here we have progression difficulty. Has a big impact on the economy, which affects the players' progression during the journey of their zone. Aspects affected by this range from sell-buy prices with traders, repair upgrade prices with mechanics, rarity of loots, money and goodwill earned by completing tasks, and more. You can change this at any time. Okay, so the tourist, scavenger and survivalist, those are the options. For the sake of playthrough, not to make a already difficult game unduly difficult, I'm going to be going with tourist here, and gameplay difficulty as well. Affects aspects related to the player, such as protection against damage sources, stamina loss, carry weight, in addition to extra aspects such as water and sleep deprivation. So there is, you need to rest, you need to eat, you need to drink, you need to keep yourself hydrated. These are aspects of the mod that is not in the original games, so that was added. Yeah, I'm going to keep it easy as well, just so that, you know, I'm not spending all my time dying and you don't actually get to see the game very well. Alright. Not campfire mode, not going to go with agony mode, so we're not going to do any of the other stuff. So, random location. Yeah, we can start at random location. So I've got 1,000 points here. This is my basic loadout. I have a Glock 19. There's the mercenary faction patch. There's my backpack. There's my combat suit. Okay, I have a bolt, and this is very important. There's a matchbox, a wallet, a flashlight. This is my PDA. Canteen of purified water. I have a balaclava, and I have a Swiss Army knife and a bayonet knife. Alright, now I can add items to me, and since I don't have a primary weapon yet, let's have a look at what we've got. What are the options here? So, I'm going to need a primary weapon. Right, you see it's 650 points, so it's not like I can take a lot of this. UMP 45. MP5A3, so that's 600, that's 500. So that's 2 submachine guns. M4A1, which is NATO, and the AK-102, which is Russian. And then the sawed-off shotgun. So I think that's 450. Mercenary is quite a hard start. I'm going to need an echo detector, and I'll explain what that is for later on. So that's 300. And then we've got 700 left. Doesn't leave us a lot. Grooming kits, packs of old meat, stim packs, med kits, combat rations, canned tomatoes, vodka, we've got your battery packs, anti-radiation drugs, bandages, fuel cooking kits, cigarettes, charcoal, military stim pack. Okay. Right, I don't need ammunition. I assume I'm going to get some ammunition with the guns. So I think if I go, that'll give me 50. What can I get for 50? That's 170. They don't give you a whole lot. Bandages are 60. I think I'm going to have to go with the sawed-off shotgun. And I'm going to want to take some bandages. Alright, so here goes nothing. let's let's get started. The anomalies. There are a huge range of anomalies, from gravitational anomalies that will suck you in, spin you around, tear you to pieces. They're barely visible, to fire, electrical, chemical, psionic anomalies that'll tear your psyche to pieces. There are some unique ones that do specific things, and these anomalies are the result of a huge explosion that happened in the zone sometime after the meltdown at Chernobyl. And these anomalies have these properties where they'll spawn certain artifacts. These artifacts have different properties and they're very valuable. That's what the S.T.A.L.K.E.R detector is for. It's to help you detect an artifact that's in an anomaly. Okay. Alright, so first things first, I'm going to want to put my backpack on. So you'll see that welcome message there. The game seems to keep track of how many people are playing, but you're not playing online with anybody else. So a new contract is available. I haven't added the PDA yet. Okay, so PDA is in its slot. Put my combat armor on. That's the I key for inventory. Opens this up. Okay. Alright, just put the S.T.A.L.K.E.R detector in its place. Alright, so there's two slots up top there for head-mounted gear. These are quick slots, so F1 for first aid kit, F2 for bandages, F3 for a scientific first aid kit, F4 is currently set to stim, even though I don't have any of these on me. There's my water. Here's my stats here at the bottom. That's my health bar. That's my external radiation. That's my chemical resistance. That's my electrical resistance. Burn resistance. There are fire anomalies as well. Psychic resistance for psionic stuff. Rupture resistance. That is punches, stabs, cuts. Then there's ballistic resistance, is for bullet protection, and my stamina recovery. When that's really low, then I can't run. This shows me just weapons and attachments. Armor, helmets. This is for sorting my inventory. Ammunition, artifacts, devices, tools and repair kits, medicine, consumables, and miscellaneous items. Okay, P for my PDA key. This brings up my map. So, zooming out, You'll see this is the dead city, and this is the entire play area from all three games amalgamated into one. This is the cordon where you normally start off as a free stalker in Shadow of Chernobyl. This is the Great Swamps where you start off as a member of Clear-Sky in Stalker Clear-Sky. Darkscape, the Meadow, Garbage, Agroprom, Dark Valley, Rostock, Yantar, the Dead City where I am, Army Warehouse, Truck Cemetery, the radar station, Red Forest, Lemansk, Jupiter Station. This is Pripyat, the city of Pripyat.
50,000 people used to live here. Now it's a ghost town.
Zaiton, deserted hospital, and finally the Chernobyl nuclear power plant. Messages. So it says new contract from an important employer, money is good, that's all you need to know for now. Come to the headquarters, further details will be shared upon meeting. That sounded like somebody triggering an anomaly. You can listen to music while you're playing. This is the guide that tells you about achievements, factions. You've already met the mercenaries. Features, devices and batteries, companions. You can have companions in this one, in the mod. Outside of escort missions, you can actually recruit companions. Disguise system, you can disguise yourself as somebody from another faction, but if you do that to a faction that is an enemy to you and any of your factions see you, they will attack you because they think you're from that faction. Also, if you get too close to anybody from the enemy faction, they will discover you and they will attack you. Progressions, fast travel, gameplay difficulties, guide, HUD, and so on and so forth. Items, echo, PDA detector, locations, we've only explored the dead city, and options. So that's that. Contacts, we don't have any contacts yet. Relations, this is a relationship grid. So we are mercenary, we've got enemy with the free stalkers, enemy with duty, but we're neutral with freedom, Clear-Sky, ecologist, and obviously the mercenaries. We're also neutral with the bandits, but we're enemy with the militaries and enemy with monolith. Stats. Okay. And then area map. So we've got the task list, no tasks at the moment. We can filter stashes, areas, secondary tasks, and important objects. Alright, so you can sleep in a bed to restore your stamina and stuff like that. Knife, number 1, number 2 is your gun, number 3 is your primary weapon, number 6 is your bolt, O is your detector, and that's it. So Gotta find the HQ. I take it this is the HQ. Let's speak to this dude. Alright. Quite a colourful bunch. Alright, what do you got to sell? You can trade. Tell me about yourself. What's the current situation? Is there any work to be done? Heard you're interested in faction patches. Alright, so... Alright, this is the sales menu. There's a whole bunch of stuff here that he has for sale, and that's what I can sell. There's the red stuff he won't buy. Okay. Tell you about yourself. You can get stories from a lot of the people. What's the current situation? Well, the syndicate is only one central base in the zone, and that's right here. The path to the entrance is cut off because of the science installation and crowds of zombies. Maze sometimes come out of there along with mutants. Lemansk has gone to shit. It's a maze full of dangers. The Red Forest is even more dangerous since monolith fighters have settled at the bridge to Lemansk, while the rest of the area is crawling with mutants. At the army warehouses to the east, it's all freedom territory. So on. You say the base is central. Does that mean there are any other outposts? Two minor ones I know. The first one is in Zaton, at the edge of the northern marshes, and the second one is in the southwest part of Pripyat outskirts. We've also got a group stationed in the wild territory, and you can find our squads different parts of the zone so they carry out contract. So anything north of Lemansk is monolith territory. Pretty much. There's an old hospital not far from Lemansk. No point in going there. The path to the Chernobyl PPP as well as the one leading to Yenta are both cut off by psi emissions. Right. So who are monolith? So I haven't mentioned them, or I haven't explained them up until now. Monolith are a group of people, a group of NPCs based at the nuclear power plant. Okay? And they are fanatics, worshipping the zone and the monolithic artifact called the Wish Granter, which is supposed to grant your wishes for you if you're worthy. Alright, is any... Who do I have to speak to for that? Why are these guys on alert? Killing people from other factions. Quite desolate. Alright. That guy is very, very interested in something over there. Must be somebody in that building over there. Alright, so the thing I need to do is I need to improve my gear. Some of these doors don't open up by the looks of things. So I need to improve my gear, and I do that through two ways. Finding new stuff. This is the medic. I can speak to him to get repaired. Or I could just steal his bandages. I need medical assistance. Is there any work you want done? Drug making kits should contain tablets and ampules. Alright. I can probably pick that up somewhere along the way. Okay. Alright. Let's take a look downstairs. Speak to this guy. This guy is... This guy does repairs. He will repair stuff for you, or he will upgrade stuff for you, or you can do it yourself, and he charges you for the use of his workbench. These guys normally want tools, so you get basic tools, intermediate tools, and fine tools. If you find some tools, you bring it back to him and you get discounts. Storms happening today. Okay. This guy is a trader. And that was a lot of lag. Okay. I do not want to borrow money from him. Received the message. Okay. A new contract is available for an important employer. Our agents also report that an infamous stalker named S.T.A.L.K.E.R.s has reappeared, and I need someone to follow his trace. Both tasks pay very well in the end. Okay, so S.T.A.L.K.E.R.s is a central character to the 3 games. First person to make it past the brain scorcher anomaly, the first person to supposedly have made it all the way to the Chernobyl NPP and come back and survive to tell the tale. Right, so what's so specifically important about the contract? A lot of hide and seek with a substantial reward involved. Our agents reported that a famous stalker named S.T.A.L.K.E.R.s had reappeared. S.T.A.L.K.E.R., a local legend of sorts, explored every nook and cranny of the zone, disabled the science installations, and fought the monolith. Some say he visited the Wish Granter several times. Some of that's folklore, some of it's been already confirmed by our people. If at least a half of the things they say about him is true, then he's got some pretty valuable knowledge to share. All I want you to do is find him and encourage him to share that knowledge. No need to get violent. I know, right? Anyway, I'll pay you premium for your effort. You interested? Yep, it sounds like a solid mission. Alright, here's the thing. Free stalkers and mercs aren't exactly best pals, as you might know. Find a good disguise and pretend you're a friend. Earn their trust before you reveal your true colors. Well, don't reveal them at all. Make sure you get the intel before they start shooting you in the face. Undercover work. I'll take up the challenge. Go find S.T.A.L.K.E.R.'s old friend Doctor. Cold sold the old man's coordinates to us. They're accurate. Expensive, but Doctor's the best lead we could get. Take your wits, take some anti-rads, bring back the intel. Good hunting. Alright. So can you tell me about the employer? Not even I could tell you exactly who, what, where they are. Only that they've got money and a lot of it. Regardless, this employer asks we perform favors for a list of interested parties. Your PDA will be updated with the details as relevant. Stay frosty and watch your back out there. The zone may be immensely lucrative, but it's also living hell, and nothing I've seen so far convinces me otherwise. So meet with Hog. Alright, let's see what he's got as far as... Ooh, he's got some really nice equipment. Compression bag, sleeping bag. I have no money, but that's fine. We'll get there. I need to get better gear. This is not going to be very much protection for me. Alright, so let's go to the PDA. Let's go to the task list, and we want going to want to do the meet with hog task first. Oh, you're hog. Come to see you. Out in the field a lot, you come across a certain mutant. I want you to kill it. Lurker hide. Okay. Lurker hide for hog. And that's it. Okay, so this one has no marker. So living legend, we need to go to the swamp. Alright. So we are over here. And we've got to go to the swamp. We can't go to Yantar. So we've got to go to the army warehouse. Then Rostock. Or the truck cemetery. Dark Valley, Darkscape, Cordon, and then the Great Swamps. It's going to be a circuitous route because we can't go through Yantar. Alright, so let's start by going out the front door. Okay, that's the way I want to head. We opened fire on Spetsnaz. Those idiots are pointing their guns towards us. Okay, so bandits attacking the military. Okay, so sprint is locked. You press it, you sprint, you press it, you stop sprinting. Okay, here we go. There is an anomaly right there. You can see how it's deforming the area there. Yeah, article unlocked, anomalies, whirligigs. So if I throw that, that was a lot closer than I expected it to be. So there's anomalies in this area here. Nothing there I can go through. So the anomaly is sitting right there. Without the bolt, I wouldn't have seen it. Nothing there. Oh, look at that. There's an electrical anomaly over there. Yeah. Okay, the travel point to the army warehouses is over there. I want to find some gear. There's radiation. Oh, not good. Ha ha ha. Right there, first death. That's a side dog. Right. It's a bit of a long one, but a lot of stuff to go over, a lot of stuff to be introduced at the beginning of the game. And just like that, I'm dead. So yeah. Right. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to do some exploring around here and just see if I can get some better gear and some more ammunition and all that kind of stuff. Yeah, people get upset if you walk around with your gun around. So I'm going to die a lot. And I hope you guys enjoy this. Catch you next time.